Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. I just wanted to touch base with all of you here on YouTube on why I feel like Demon's Souls is a huge culture shock to me and why I won't be streaming it or making too much more content with it. I might put out a little clip compilation, but that's really about it. I have played every single Soulsborne game to completion, and I've dabbled in Sekiro a little bit, and I haven't finished this yet, but everything else I've finished. So I really do love the genre, and I love everything that Hidetaka Miyazaki has come out with. He is right up there with Hideo Kojima in my eyes. They're both amazing creative people, and they really do put out some amazing work, but this was just not it for me in terms of streaming. Compared to Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3, Demon's Souls Remake is so much slower, and obviously that's true because the game came out in 2009, and then it was remade in 2020, and it was a very faithful remake, and you know, hit all the check marks and rang all the bells for it, pun intended, but I just feel like it's not there for content creation because the original game was not made in an era of content creation. It was made in 2009. Twitch wasn't even a thing. YouTube was just getting the ball rolling. So we didn't really have this aura of expectation that somebody was going to put out content, or devs didn't have this expectation of somebody was going to put out content for their game. And that has obviously shaped the gaming industry, and it's definitely reflected in the later FromSoft games, especially in Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and Bloodborne, and Sekiro a bit. But like I said, I didn't finish Sekiro, so I can't really comment on it fully. And those games are really enjoyable to watch and stream, but I just didn't feel the same with Demon's Souls. And you can see here, I'm having a wonderful time fighting the Armored Spider. This is like my 9th or 10th attempt fighting them. And it's a very intense, high adrenaline moment because, you know, you have to figure out where the hiding spots are, and you have to dodge everything and to make sure you don't get webbed up and all that fun stuff. And it's a very different experience to Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3 bosses. Because, for example, let's say Lawrence the First Vicar in the Bloodborne Old Hunters DLC, you know, he's very similar to Cleric Beast at first, but then he, like, falls into the floor and then creates pools of lava, which is, like, completely new and really a modern take on a Victorian-esque battle, and it's really cool. And we don't have stuff like that in Demon's Souls because boss fights weren't made like that back then. It was a completely different tone, and then on top of that, like, you have all these amazing environments. My favorite one so far is the Tower of Latria. That was incredible, but I just feel like it was so much slower compared to stuff in Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. I'm going to be comparing the two a lot here, and with that comparison comes viewer interaction too, because I felt in like my Bloodborne runs, I'm going to be doing one in October, a Blood level 4 run, which means like no leveling and all that. I'm going to have a lot of community interaction too, because they're going to be like, oh, okay, he's doing something brand new here that he's never done before. It's going to be a completely new challenge, and that is going to create a lot of hype, and it's going to be a very different precedent than just doing a first playthrough in Demon's Souls. Just because in Bloodborne I'm going to be limited by being Blood level 4, I'm only going to be able to use certain weapons, certain pieces of armor, and skills and tools and all this stuff that normally I would be like, oh, okay, I have this, I can use this, no problem, great. Now I'm basically chained to the floor on a lot of things, and that's going to be really exciting. That's going to create a lot of build crafting and possibly help from the community if I really want it, and it's going to create a lot of tension and hype, and those moments weren't there in Demon's Souls. Even when I chose the harder levels and I chose the path less taken, it was just not there. And even with the false idol fight, the false idol fight is one of my favorite fights in all of Soulsborne, just because it's taking place in a beautiful beautiful church sanctuary. There's so much going on with the environment there, and it's just mind-blowing. And then having a legendary figure that, you know, we hear NPCs talk about, you know, about, oh, if you can beat this individual, you can go up higher, but it's all a ruse, it's this, it's that. That's great, and we needed more of that, and I felt like not a lot of interaction was there in Demon Souls, but we have that in Bloodborne because we bring people to the healing church, and we interact with Gascoigne's daughter, who gives us a little wind-up box for music and stuff to stun him in his fight. And sure, FromSoft has learned from a lot of their mistakes, but it just hurts that, you know, we're going 2 steps forward with a lot of things, but this, in terms of streaming, was like 3 steps back. So I'm going to not put out too much more content. I will probably put out a clip compilation. If you'd like to see that, just let me know in the comments below. But this is pretty much it for a long while for Demon Souls. I'm really sorry. I know it was a disappointment to some that I kind of just like stopped, but this game was too much of a culture shock to me. It just didn't sit right with me in terms of just streaming it and making content with it, because I wasn't having fun trying to balance taking the environment in and taking the game in as a whole and interacting with you guys, and you guys are really first. And I know that's a skill I have to learn, and that's partially really on me, but I just wanted to touch base with you guys and just let you know why there's not a lot of Demon Souls content on this channel. And even though I promised a whole bunch of stuff, it's not here. So I apologize. I hope you enjoy some of the other content I'm going to be putting out in some of my previous videos and all that good stuff. And I hope you have a good day.